I am pleased to request our convocation speaker, Professor Dr. Jeff Keshen, to kindly deliver his valuable convocation speech.
Good morning, everybody. It is an honor to be with all of you here on this joyous day. My deepest respect to the Honorable Advisor, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, Mr. M.D. Tauhid Hossain, Vice Chancellor Dr. Abdul Rab, Treasurer Professor Selina Nargis, Pro-Vice Chancellors, Deans, Department Chairs, members of the media, parents, guardians. I also pay my deepest respect to Professor Dr. M. Alimullah Mian, a pioneer in establishing non-government universities in Bangladesh, the founding Vice Chancellor of IUBAT. His visionary goal has always been to ensure that at least one professional graduate emerges from every village in Bangladesh. To realize this mission, he has consistently provided financial assistance and educational loans to meritorious but underprivileged students, enabling them to pursue higher education and graduate successfully. He firmly believed that education should never, ever be treated as a commodity, which is why he chose to keep his business interests separate from this noble endeavor. As a result of such initiatives, Bangladesh now has 116 universities. I salute this great man for his unwavering commitment to education and national development. And of course, above all, I recognize the graduates of this convocation. Graduates, this ceremony recognizes your hard work and marks the beginning of a new journey with untold future possibilities. Maya Angelou, the famed African-American poet, writer, performer, civil rights advocate, said it best: all of you stand on the pulse of a new day. I come to you from afar. I come to you from a land obviously different. Your country has 4 times Canada's population, but it lives in 1.5% of our land mass. But as your national flag proclaims, yours is a country with a proud past, deep and revered traditions, is lush and fertile. It brims with the possibility of innovation and the vibrancy of youth. It has overcome struggles and continues moving to a brighter future. That inspirational spirit, it spreads worldwide, with some 100,000 people of Bangladeshi origin living in and contributing to Canada. I come to you today from the Canadian province of Saskatchewan. For centuries, a vast, lonely, harsh, and for still much of the year, frigid frontier, but also a place, also a beacon of hope, into which new Canadians, immigrants from around the world flooded, searching for a better life, something that is proudly proclaimed in our provincial motto, a sentiment I believe we all inherently share. It reads, from many different people, strength. In my home, strength as a community and as a university also connects to Bangladesh, with whom the University of Regina has 8 agreements with 4 universities and some 600 students coming from your magnificent country. The International University of Business, Agriculture and Technology is one of our key partners, with whom we formalized an academic and research agreement when I last visited here in 2023. As I look out at all of you today, I see graduating students who have similar hopes and dreams as those back in my home in Regina. There are universal truths that transcend the greatest of distances and impact all graduates as they face the next stage in their lives in a world that today perhaps seems more challenging, more complex, and maybe even to some of us more divided than ever. But in the face of that, today, your feelings of excitement, of pride, and I trust for all of you, hope, are echoed among graduates from across the world. Nelson Mandela, the anti-apartheid activist who after decades of being a political prisoner and who received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 and went on to become South Africa's president, said, "There have always been difficult times in the world and in people's lives, and there always will be. But there's always a way to overcome these difficulties, and that is through education, which he said is the most powerful weapon to change the world. It is people like you who move societies forward. You are all part of a country that is rapidly emerging on the global stage. You are in a period of profound change and progress that in a country is more educated, more skilled, that is more entrepreneurial than ever. Yes, it is true that during my lifetime, Bangladesh has faced profound challenges, but without doubt, your best days lie ahead. Indeed, you are all on the pulse of a new day, with you, graduates, also leading the way, shaping your country's future. Graduating from a university, it is a major achievement. Those on this stage and all those around you who supported you in this journey to this milestone, every single one of them shares in the joy, the excitement, the pride that this ceremony brings. No doubt, graduates, much has changed during your time at university. Take a moment to reflect on the beginning of that journey, throughout which you undoubtedly have discovered so much, not just about the past and the present and the possible, but also about what you, each one of you, can achieve. You have discovered strengths in yourselves. You've overcome challenges. All of you have mastered your field of study. You have learned to critically analyze information, to articulate ideas. You have emerged with a new understanding of the world. I see graduates before me who are independent, who are confident, ready to embark upon new and exciting paths. Today, give yourself credit for having achieved your qualification. This is something that is difficult to achieve, and as my parents always told me, no one can ever take that away from you. This achievement today is yours forever. Your education, it has prepared you to cope with difficulties, to cope with change. It will open doors and will help you make more informed and make wiser decisions. Today is about change, and that is something that many struggle with and even some fear. But the future is always, always coming, and you should embrace it by understanding and appreciating that it represents opportunity. It is up to you now to reach out and to seize those opportunities. It is you who hold the potential to shape things for the better. There are always choices to make, graduates, and some of them are not going to be easy. But there are enduring values that will always serve you well. Courage, compassion, gratitude, generosity, forgiveness and fairness, honesty and authenticity, resilience, respect, responsibility. It is at events like this that we all affirm the continuing hope that as part of your educational journey, you have embraced those values and that they will help you achieve personal success and fulfillment, but also those values will help you to improve the communities, your country, and any occupation in which you find yourself in the years ahead. For besides our individual needs and wants, we are also bound up to each other. Nearly a half century ago, the astronaut, the man who went into space, Sigmund Jähn, who hailed from what was then communist-controlled Eastern Germany, when returning to Earth from the Soyuz 31 space mission, viewing it in all its fragility and beauty, he said that it was humankind's most urgent task to cherish it for future generations. In this respect, graduates, you and graduates everywhere have the same obligation to remember that your path and the world's path are indeed intertwined. While none of us know what tomorrow will bring, never ever sell short your ability to help determine its direction. Think of a world where people commit not to using artificial intelligence as a weapon or as a tool to deceive, but as a resource to help conquer some of our most pressing problems like clean water to obtain that, or feeding the world. You will all play a role in not just the creation of innovation, but how it will be used. Graduates, in moving forward, have the courage to say both no and yes. No to those things that you believe are not right, are not fair, are not ethical. But yes, yes to seizing opportunities, yes to taking risks, yes to getting outside your comfort zone to learn and to grow, to appreciate sometimes the need to pause, to reflect, to question, to challenge from the basis of knowledge and logic and critical inquiry, to know that thought and heart operate in unison. As one of the many verses from the world of faith tells us, above all, graduates, guard your heart, for everything you do will flow from it. Today, we are living in a world that is being rapidly changed by technology, that portends incredible speed in how we obtain and how we receive information, but it also threatens our ability to discern truth, where it seems the sophistication and the seduction of technology have become constant companions, to the point of many feeling greater satisfaction interacting with their phone than with each other, and more emboldened to express themselves behind, in the most extreme ways, behind the protection of the computer screen. A world where profound and even mind-boggling amounts of information are available to all of us just at the click of a mouse, where the farthest reaches of our planet are joined by satellites in cyberspace, yet at the same time, a world where it seems more people feel disconnected and lonely. Which brings me again to what is so essential about your education and what all of us here celebrate today, because we believe that through you, it is our hope to tackle such challenges. To remember, graduates, that every breakthrough, every triumph has been a product of people, and it remains the case that people determine destiny. Here at a university, we will always champion learning through interaction with multiple perspectives, from people who bring diverse experiences, who challenge each other, but with respect and civility, and with the mission to embrace service to our communities in which we find ourselves, whether it be at work or as neighbors to each other or in building a nation. Now, in my role as a university president, I have the privilege of meeting people from across my home province of Saskatchewan, and indeed, like here, I meet people from around the world. There are many people who've inspired me. One was one of you, but he lived in Regina, a graduate by the name of Brad Horning. As a teenager, Brad was destined for stardom and riches as part of the National Ice Hockey League, which, as some of you know, is our most popular sport. But in one of his last games in the junior leagues, he suffered a catastrophic injury that left him as a quadriplegic. 8 years ago, he received an honorary degree from my university, from the University of Regina. From his wheelchair, he reminded graduates, he reminded, through me, all of you, that the bad news is, graduates, that there will be unpleasant things that are going to happen to all of you at one time or another in your lives. The good news, however, is that you have the strength within you to face those challenges in ways that you cannot even possibly imagine now. Brad is right. In each of your lives that lie ahead, there will be difficult times. But in those times, resolve to find in yourself the resilience to move on in a positive way, to never underestimate yourself and the abilities that have taken you to this marvelous day today. When meeting educational leaders from around the world, I always take the time to look around their office and note the things that they exhibit with pride. And for many, that includes inspirational quotations relating to the importance of learning and the values they would like to see imparted. From a high school that I visited back in 2023 in Dhaka, Bangladesh, words from a 20th century entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker who said, Be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. And in a small town in my home province of Saskatchewan, the origins of whose verses remain debated, having been attributed to a transcendentalist poet, a Chinese philosopher, and in the minds of some even a supermarket owner, words that, though their origins remain debated, are crystal clear in their meaning. Graduates, watch your thoughts, for they become words. Watch your words, for they become actions. Watch your actions, for they become habits. Watch your habits, for they become character. Watch your character, for they become your destiny. What we think, we become. Graduates, all of you are the masters of your behavior, and those who learn to adapt, demonstrate initiative, show up, model integrity, and fueled by the unshakable belief that determination yields results, to those people, to all of you, the future will be a place of excitement and potential and possibilities and optimism. No matter the setbacks, remember, there is always a way back, always lessons to learn, always second chances to do better. You have been, and I hope you will continue as explorers, charting into the unknown, confronting and traversing challenges, expanding the bounds of our knowledge, inspired to seek something better, and fueled by the belief that our best days lie ahead. Graduates, take pride in what you've accomplished. Everybody take pride in what these wonderful graduates have accomplished, and with burning anticipation and boundless optimism, journey forward to the tomorrow that we all know that you can create. Congratulations, it's been an honor to spend some time with you.